Boom, what's going on guys? My name's Zach and today we're going to be taking a more in-depth look of the Kronos from the Rubicon expansion that's coming up. So I'm on the test server right now. We've got the Bastion module installed on the high slot there. And we're going to start with a PvE fit. I think in future episode we'll do a PvP once it hits TQ and I can actually buy one and Leroy it somewhere on Red Undock or something like that if I'm still in RVB then. So we'll just quickly go over what, obviously it's a shield fit. Now usually, obviously, a Kronos would be armour fit, ideally, because it does lose out with this fit with a bonus. So it's got a bonus to repair amount, which is really powerful, coupled up with the Bastion module, because it just goes silly. Like the Bastion gets you basically double reps per repper, so that extra 7.5% is just going to make it completely insane. But I've opted for a shield fit, and that's just because DPS and range, as you can see. So the shield fit's still the same. It gets the double bonus to shield rep, sorry. So like with the PvE large, which I've got on, which I use on all my mission ships, it's repping 686 a cycle, that's only 4 off XL. So you can obviously, again, XL boosts for large activation costs, so it's really stable. I mean, with everything, like with the MWD not running, it boosts for 8 minutes constantly, so it's not an issue at all. And obviously with the Bastion module activated, the resistances just go mental. I mean, it's got EM 59, 71, 82 and 80 across the board, and that's just with one invul. It is a pimpy invul, but it's still totally insane. I mean, I'll show you some footage coming up shortly of this actually running a mission, and it just, I think I boosted my shields once, the whole time, because the incoming DPS was just totally negated by them extra resistances, which just crazy. It's a really powerful ship. So I can run through some figures for you first. Actually, I'll run through the fit first. So we've got the flux coil. Now I put this in the low instead of having the cap recharger, so I could use this tracking computer just to give us a little bit extra range. Yeah, the optimal range bonus goes up to 8 and the tracking speed as well. And the big one for this one I thought was the fall off. Now the Bastion module gives you a big fall off bonus, so that coupled with the ship bonus to fall off and the bonus to the Bastion, and this gives you a really long range. So that's what I swapped that out for. So so we've got the flux in the bottom, and that keeps me boosting for ages and ages. Not that we need it. I probably think the longer missions like the blockade, if you're doing that solo, or Worlds Collide or something, you'd definitely need that, but you'd probably be able to get away with just putting another tracking enhancer on, to be honest. So we've got 2 tracking enhancers, 4 mag stabs. Obviously on TQ they'd be shiny, I'm guessing, and you get loads more DPS out of it. But obviously you can't buy them on CC unless someone wants to give us a mail and say they've got some, and I'll stick them on. So we've got 4 damage mods. Obviously that gives a beast DPS even with long range ammo. Tracking computer we've just talked about. The invul, obviously T2's fine, and the PvE large shield booster. Now the T2 large shield booster would still be really effective as well, because that gets double rep bonus when the Bastion's active, but when I was using it I wasn't using the Bastion mode that much, to be honest, so we'll talk about that a little bit later anyway. And MWD, again, you can put an AB on there just to be you'll be fully stable, but I like having MWD just to be beasting around the place, so I'm not waiting around doing 60km slow boats to the acceleration gates or whatever. And keeping in with the Marauder bonus, I put a tractor beam on there, so that gets 100% range on tractor beam, so I've got a 48k range on that, which is pretty awesome if you're a solo account and you don't have an alt account to do salvaging for you. Salvage obviously to mix in with the tractor beam. The mighty Bastion module and heavy NOS, that's just to keep you, probably with a NOS you'll be stable, NOSing off a battleship or whatever, boosting as well. So the guns, we've got neutron blasters on this, and this is what really gives the extra DPS. I think the real fit wouldn't be as effective, even though the range would just be just completely epic, but I thought oh, we'll just go blasters because they're beasts. So we've got 4 blasters on there, and obviously we've only got 4 because the Marauder gets 100% bonus, so really it's shooting with 8 guns if you think about it. So the DPS with null, I've just got this written down here because there's loads of numbers. So with null we're doing over 1000 DPS, so we've got 1045 DPS on the guns. That insanage, absolutely insane. And also when the Bastion module is active, you've got optimal of 18k and your fall offs all the way up to 63k, so that's like perfect range, like a really good range ship. Obviously when it's hitting the high, like sort of 55s into 60, you're not going to be doing as much damage because you're going to be missing quite a few shots, but the extra tracking does really like add to that off these enhancers and that tracking computer. So you can still hit pretty hard at that range even though it's not massively effective. I think on the video you can, on the mission video coming up after we've done this little chat about the fit, as soon as I land, like the battleships are like 60 plus away, so you can see like I don't start doing like really beast damage until I get like 45, sort of 50 to them, so that's worth noting anyway. But frigs and stuff you can still like insta pop at like 70. And with with antimatter you get a 6.5k optimal and a 38k fall off, so you can pretty much insta pop cruisers from like 30k, which is absolutely awesome. I was really surprised it actually insta popped them. It looks pretty good on the video. And obviously Void, you probably won't be using this in missions, but you get a 10k optimal, which is crazy, and you get a 25k fall off, and that does 1463 DPS just on the guns. In the antimatter does 1311 just on the guns as well. So mix in your drone DPS. What have I got in there? I've got some hobgoblins and they're doing like 100 DPS on their own, so that's an extra 100 on top of your like 1463 with Void, and that's just like totally insane. So it's absolutely beast in this Bastion module. It's pretty good. In the rigs we've got some cap control circuit 2s. If you're going to fly Marauder you may as well like pimp it out with the shinies, right? You get away with obviously the T1s, or if you wanted to put more like resistance or whatever, or damage. I mean there's loads of power grade left as well, so it's really easy to fit. I've got no implants apart from some damage implants, so the two main ones I've got in is the 5% bonus to large hybrids, obviously for the ship, and surgical strike, which gives 5% bonus to all turret damage. So again, they're two really good implants. Even the +3s are really good. When like you're doing like 1000 DPS, you get the +3, that's still going to give you like a really good boost up. So yeah, all in all, an absolute beast ship. It's really good for the solo missioner, like with the bonus to the tractor beams and salvagers and all that stuff, and it's got a beast tank. And the armor fit, obviously I think the armor fit you'll even be able to just like still use 3 mag stabs, so you'll still be like dishing out a lot of damage, but the range will be terrible because you won't have that fall off and optimal from the tracking enhancers, which is a shame really. But shield fit works and it's just absolutely beast. Like I'm not joking, like you'll see in the video, it just beasts this mission. But my favourite mission ship is the Mac. Now I've always favoured that one over like any other ship, like whether it be the Golem or even the Varga really. I mean the Varga has similar DPS to the Mac, but obviously you save money on ammo because you've only got the 4 guns, whereas on the Mac you've got 7, so I think it's 7 anyway. I should know really. But the Mac's really, it's still really quick and nimble and very agile, where like even this with the MWD on, it'll do like sub like 1000 and it gets there really slow. So like using this after using the Mac for like lots of years, it's pretty painful that moving around. But if you can't fly the Mac and you can fly this, all Mac skills, so that's pretty good. Oh yeah, all these, like I've got Marauders 5, guns 5 and all that shit, so this is like literally probably like the most efficient fit or the most DPS-y fit you can put on. I mean if you could put more mag stabs on without getting like stupid like nerfs to the what it would do, then that would be awesome to fit. But obviously them stacking penalties, bro, them stacking penalties. So that's how I would fit it anyway, guys. I'll start the mission footage in a few seconds. I hope you enjoy it. It's got a sweet tune on. It's one I've used on the fit videos. It's by Gavin G and it's called Desire. I've had a lot of comments asking what it was, so there it is. Feel free. I'll leave a link in the description as well for it. So that's it for this one, guys. The next one will be the PvP fit, and I hope you enjoy what's coming up.